Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome you. Thank you for coming today. My name is Pamela Perizzo, and I want to talk to you today about remaining vital and relevant at any age. We were all born in a moment of time, and we cannot stop its process in our lives. We grew, we developed talents, skills, and abilities as life shaped us. We are in a constant state of discovering who we are, and with life changes, we have to adjust that. But our mission, the unique purpose for which we were created, does not change. We all have something to offer to those around us. We have talents and abilities that are like others, but as a package, we are a unique person with a purpose. Though you may be similar to others in some of your gifts and talents, only you have these in a unique package called you. And you have to find the role that allows you to offer these talents and abilities to the betterment of those around you and the fulfillment of your purpose for being. Our time, our resources, our loving and caring for each other are things that only we can offer. And we shouldn't let our aging sideline us from giving that. From the time we are 35, we have to realize that we're only on this earth for a time and a season, and we have to give what we have while we're here. If we allow ourselves to become spectators, to let life pass us by, then we not only diminish those around us, but also ourselves. Many older people slow down, sit things out, and this causes them to lose vitality and shorten their lives. Their health suffers as well. It's much better for our health to keep moving, keep striving to improve who we are, and make aging a sense of accomplishment and achievement rather than a time to stop. It's important that each person have a healthy sense of self-worth because this influences how we see others and relate to them. If we do not have that sense of self-worth, we will live our life in insecurity and uncertainty as to what we have to offer. Rather, we need to have a healthy confidence in ourselves and our ability to achieve so that we can dare to engage people. Be bold. Don't let your fears hold you back from giving yourself to others. Dare to dream. Dare to consider what you can do. Dare to love people. Dare to offer everything that you are to the betterment of those around you. As a person of faith, I get my sense of self-worth from my relationship with God. I don't allow people's opinions of me to influence who I am and what I can do. I look to God to give me that. As I mentioned, for the most of my life, I suffered from depression and had a poor sense of self-worth. I allowed others and my own negative sense of self to describe who I was and what I could do in life. I lived my life in fear, doubt, and a constant sense of inadequacy that I could never achieve my dreams for life. But since I allowed God to work in my life, God cured me of my depression. I've come to see that He created me to fulfill a purpose and to aim my talents and abilities toward that. As I hit 60, I saw that people wanted to label me senior citizen, old, elderly, aged. But I refused to be put in a box. and realize that I still have a purpose in God and still have something to offer. Though we cannot stop time in regard to our physical self, we shouldn't allow that to sideline us from the destiny that we have. We should never stop working to develop who we are and practice our abilities to achieve excellence in them, and should ever work on our inner maturity, being open, transparent, responsible, dependable, and accountable to those around us. Baby boomers are the Peter Pan generation that never wanted to grow up. And it's not good to remain emotionally or mentally undeveloped for our age. Wisdom should increase within us, and we should always strive to keep learning new things, trying new things, and experiencing the life we have and sharing it with others. People have achieved phenomenal things at an advanced stage. In his late 50s, Olympic swimming star and movie star Buster Crabbe embarked on a senior swimming career and beat his world record that he set at the age of 18. He went on to set 16 world and 35 national records. At age 66, Noah Webster completed his dictionary. At 75, cancer survivor Barbara Hillary became one of the oldest people and the first black woman to reach the North Pole. At age 74, General Charles Chuck Yeager repeated his record-breaking supersonic flight and later rode in a supersonic airplane at the age of 89. At age 77, John Glenn became the oldest person to go into outer space. At age 78, Grandma Moses began to paint seriously. At age 81, Bill Painter became the oldest person to climb Mount Rainier, which is the tallest mountain in the lower 48.
At 81.
At 81. And mountain climbing is not for the weak of heart.
Right.
I knew somebody that climbed Mount Rainier. At age 91, Harriet Thompson became the oldest woman to compete as a marathon runner. At age 95, Nola Ox of Kansas became the oldest college graduate within the United States. And at age 100, Fred Mack skydived for the second time from a height of 13,000 feet. I'd just like to remark that health-wise, you can compare to Jack LaLanne, the fitness guru, who continued to maintain a physical regimen throughout his life that kept him healthy and energetic until he passed away at the age of 96. He was well known for his exercise show and his juice maker, but perhaps not everyone knows that he did feats that required considerable physical strength and endurance. To mark his 70th birthday, LaLanne towed a flotilla of 70 rowboats during a mile-long swim from Long Beach Harbor to the Queensway Bridge, both in Long Beach, California. The swim took about 2.5 hours, and several of the boats contained passengers. As a Christian, I am inspired by those in the Bible who didn't let their age stop them either. The patriarch Isaac was 40 when he got married and became the father of twin sons at the age of 60. Moses was 80 when he became deliverer to his people. The Hebrew leader Caleb was defending his inherited land from giants while above the age of 85.
He was
He
85
was
when he did that?
85
I
when
did
he
not know
inherited his land. And that's when he said, "Give me this mountain."
Wow.
Sarah, the wife of Abraham, became a mother at the age of 90. Her husband was 100 years old. Abraham later fathered children with his second wife, Keturah, so he was over 100 at that time. Just within my own life, in the past year, and I'm 62, I have written 5 books and am involved in prayer, outreach, including Veterans Outreach, Sunday school promotions, and more. I continue to write and am currently working on my 6th book and have 2 more books in the wings. I've been working all summer with children and am now looking for part-time work in tutoring or other work with children. Don't let age sideline you or make you a spectator. As our external man fades, we have to ensure that our inner man grows. Maturity is essential, and though we try to remain vital, we are growing something inside as well, developing ourselves to be better and better with time. This goes in line with the unique role and purpose that God has for us. We are growing towards something, being polished and prepared for something. We also have to be ready to correct ourselves and adjust at any age. This is part of development. We should always be flexible and not become set in our ways and in our behavior as we get older, but always remain malleable and ready to learn no matter what our age. We have to keep a young outlook, keep a merry heart, and be ready to laugh, have fun, be joyful. Older people gain a reputation for grumpiness because they are no longer enjoying life. One of my favorite sayings is rolling on the floor laughing. Be ready to laugh with others, enjoy life, and be ready to laugh when you goof up. We are all human and we all make mistakes. Even highly successful people make mistakes. No one is perfect. The Bible tells us that a merry heart doeth good like a medicine. Keeping a positive outlook, a hopeful mindset, keeps one vital with something to look forward to. We can easily be bogged down in the negative talk from others as well as our own self-talk that says, "I can't." As a man thinks, so is he. Keep an attitude of, "Yes, I can," and surround yourself with people who will encourage you and lift you up. Look to those who are successful in who they are to inspire you. That doesn't necessarily mean in the sense of money, but in bettering their world. I've always believed that we are here to be connected with and helping others. Be bold. Don't let your fears of failure hold you back from the things you have to offer. As a young person, I was always a misfit. As I mentioned, I suffered from serious depression. And I allowed my fears and doubts of who I was to cripple me and hold me back from achieving the things that I wanted in life. This is why it is so important to engage the world around us and not let things hold us back from our dreams. We should always strive to better it and ourselves in it. I was always a late bloomer, trying and doing things well after my generation had already experienced it. I did marry early, however, and after I had 2 sons, I decided to go back to school. I graduated from the University of Washington with a bachelor's degree at the age of 39, but I have always remained a lifelong learner. I became a committed Christian at the age of 40 and have been one ever since. And I credit my relationship with Jesus for changing my life, curing me of depression, and helping me to overcome many things. Right now, I'm striving to learn the Spanish language that I began in middle school in order to be effective in church outreach. I wanted to be a writer and a teacher all my life since I was a child, but I could never find the self-confidence or the self-discipline to pursue those dreams. I would write some, but would never complete a whole book. As I grew older, I set those dreams aside, and I allowed people, circumstances, even myself, to hold me back from those. Nearly 3 years ago, I lost my husband, and I moved to Nevada. And I think the sense that God was giving me another chance at life made the difference. I wrote my first book in spring of last year, and from there it seemed like ideas just came to me. I felt a sense of inspiration and motivation that I had not previously felt. I encountered setbacks. 2 of my laptops crashed, resulting in the loss of work. But I have found how to keep motivation going and set goals for myself. Keep pushing through dry spots. I've learned how to work through periods of discouragement and disappointment to keep myself motivated toward my goals.
Okay.
Last year, I lost 60 pounds in the effort to be healthier and look better. It's still amazing to me that I could wear clothing I wore in high school if I still have them. And my health has improved significantly. I realized yesterday that I no longer have the hip pain that I had felt for years. I have more energy than I've had in years, and am doing and achieving more than I did when I was 50. I walk 3 miles a day for the most part, and maintain a weight in the normal range for my head. I take a natural approach to my health based on vitamins and supplements. And most importantly, I let people know that I am still able to participate in the things of life. My church recently had a fellowship where we went to the multi-purpose athletic center afterwards. People were playing basketball, volleyball, and other games, and I thought, why not? I grabbed a ball and got in the game. And that should be our approach to anything in life. I felt a little sore afterwards, but I had a blast and I enjoyed myself and connected with people of all ages. Engage people because we all have something to offer. I like to tease young people and say they'll have to run to keep up with me. But I do enjoy younger people of all ages and learn from them as well. Just because you have reached a certain age doesn't mean you have to stop fulfilling your purpose. You have hopefully added wisdom and experience to the things that you can offer. When I was growing up, young people thought that people over 30 had nothing to offer. 30! But since that time, we've seen how my parents' generation, perhaps to which some of you belong, had a sense of dedication and fortitude that earned them the label of the greatest generation. Find people in your life that will support your dreams and encourage you. Keep moving. Well into his 70s, my father was performing yard work for his neighbor, small engine repair, collecting commodities for others, and in general, helping others as much as he could. He astounded his family by replacing the motor in his Ford Ranger at the age of 77. I took care of him for the last 7 years of his life, and he was still performing serious yard work until he was 85. He loved to keep active and was always striving to engage others. It wasn't until the last year of his life, when he was 88, that he went into decline. I always gave him respect, treated him with dignity, and listened to his stories over and over. I'm glad I did because I was able to write many of them down and remember them quite clearly. The one lesson I took from my father's life is that when you keep active, You keep vital and relevant and can achieve things which others think are impossible. As my earlier examples illustrated, you can live out your dreams at any age, as long as you believe in them and yourself and you pursue them. The things that you have in front of you, do them. Don't let people stop you or label you or try to force their ideas of what your life should be like upon you. Too many people want to live out their lives on the sidelines, letting their talents go to waste. As I mentioned earlier, one of my favorite characters from the Bible is Caleb. I just wrote a children's book about Caleb. Caleb was given his land at the age of 85, and he told the leader Joshua, "Give me this mountain." Each one of us should have that attitude that says, "Give me my portion in life, my dream, my purpose to fulfill." Keep dreaming, keep believing that there is more to your life. We are only given one life to live, and I pray that you will go out and pursue the dreams you have and keep working towards something better. I thank you all for coming, and if you would like to see some of my books, I have them over here on the side table. They can be purchased online or on demand from me, and I thank you again for coming.